organizing central principle of your life must belong to the Lord alone. Then everybody, as I said before, the rest of your life falls into right order. Then your friendships and your relationships and your business interests and your entertainment interests and scientific interests, everything you can possibly do in this world now finds its right order around this center. This is a wonderfully important spiritual exercise. To ask yourself, to whom or to what does my heart belong? And be honest, fellow sinners. See, because look, we're all sinners. I'm a sinner. Everyone listening to me is a sinner, which means we tend to have divided hearts at best. You know, if you're really in a bad spiritual space, your heart belongs to money. It belongs to your political party. It belongs to this world. Well, that means you're in a really bad space. But the Bible also knows about the divided heart. Yeah, my heart, to agree belongs to you, Lord, but it's divided. It's also interested in these other things. I don't know. What did Jesus say, by the way? How blessed are the single-hearted. That's good biblical talk. How blessed are the single-hearted. That means your heart belongs uniquely to God. Hear, O Israel, the Lord your God is Lord alone. Therefore, you shall love the Lord your God with all your heart, all your soul, all your mind. Now, does that mean I have no interest whatsoever outside of God? No. It means my heart belongs to him. And now all my other interests find their place around that great organizing center. See, that's what Jeremiah is saying here, which is terrific. Now listen, the one whose heart turns from the Lord, he's like a barren bush in the desert that enjoys no change of season, but stands in a lava waste, a salt and empty earth. Beautiful, beautiful. What's it like when your heart belongs to someone or something other than God? You dry up. You become lifeless. Like if you see this plant or bush out in the desert, and I guess that's a bush. I can recognize it, but it's not alive. The thing is, it's hopeless. The thing is dead. It's dried up. So, and again, I'm not pointing the finger, pointing it at me, fellow sinners. A lot of us are like that. We're like the trees out in the desert. We look like human beings, but we got no life in us. We've got no life because we've not hooked our heart, our deepest center, onto the source of life, which is God. I don't know why this language stays in my mind, but stands in a lava waste, a salt and empty earth. I mean, in the measure that we're all sinners, we know exactly what that feels like, don't we? We know exactly what that feels like. And I might be a big deal. I might be very impressive in other ways, and people think I'm doing great. But I know, because my heart doesn't belong to the Lord, that my life has dried up. Now listen as he turns it around. This is still Jeremiah. Blessed is the one who trusts in the Lord. Now there's that word trust. It's faith in the Bible. Faith is not primarily an intellectual move. It has that as an implication. But deep down, it means where I place my heart. What do I rely on ultimately? So the one that trusts in the Lord, whose hope is in the Lord, what? He's like a tree planted beside the waters that stretches out its roots to the stream. It fears not the heat when it comes. Its leaves stay green. In the year of drought, it shows no distress, but still bears fruit. Gosh, how good that is. I'm hoping in the Lord. I'm trusting in the Lord. My heart belongs to him. I'm like a tree right by the stream. And so the roots are deep down and they're stretching right into the source of life. So that, listen now, everybody, so that even when the drought comes, even when the dry season comes, I'm able to thrive. So failure comes, sickness comes, the death of loved ones comes, a sense of the futility of all of my practical enterprises comes. Okay. I'm all right because I'm planted near these running waters. My heart belongs to the Lord. All right, with that beautiful Jeremiah vision in mind, now turn to the Gospel of Luke, and it's Luke's version of what we find in Matthew as the Sermon on the Mount. In Luke, it's a sermon on the plain. It says here, a stretch of level ground. Does that mean these two are mixed up? No, Jesus probably gave a lot of similar teachings throughout his public life. Maybe once he did speak from a mountaintop, as Matthew reports, and maybe another time a very similar teaching was given on a plain. Okay, so they have different accounts. But listen now to his language. Raising his eyes toward his disciples. Isn't it beautiful? Because imagine the Lord looking right at you, because we're his disciples now. People that first heard him, they're long gone, but we're still here. And so lifting his eyes to us, imagine the Lord looking at you, saying,
5 words you pronounce wrong 2 years before your brain starts shutting down. Dementia is now known as type